Hello everyone, it's Kelly from the Book of Moons, and I have an unboxing to do with you today. And I did peel this up a little just to hide my address, but otherwise I have not opened it yet, and I am super excited to do so. This is the Anima Mundi Tarot, which I have been wanting to get for a very, very, very long time, and I'm so excited that it's finally here. Now, I do really like, I may have mentioned this in a previous video, I have a thing for decks that don't have people in them. I really love decks like that, that are just, sometimes I find people distracting, to be honest. Not always. I mean, I do have plenty of people decks, but there's just something about, oh, I love the color of this paper. Make sure I've got everything on camera. This box is really cool. It's As Above, So Below, the Creeping Moon Tarot. Here it is. What is it about a new deck that is so just awesome? I'm so excited for this. I'm glad I did not put this away because it looks like I keep needing it. I can get in there. You know, every time I watch one of these unboxings, I always find it so frustrating, the part where people are trying to open the packaging, so. Okay. Ooh, look at this. I love it. The box is nice and sturdy, but it's not too thick, which I like. Opens really nicely. Inside we have the inscription, "May the spirit of the earth guide your way." Let me get this paper out of the way here. And looks like the little white book is right on top. So this book is by Megan Wyreweden. I hope I am pronouncing that correctly, from The Creeping Moon. Let's see. Looks like a pretty standard little white book. And as I said in my last unboxing, I don't normally use these, but I do like to just give them a quick look through. This is so cool. Look at that. It's so shiny. One thing about, I have another gilded deck, my Ophidia Rosa, and I wish sometimes the tarot card makers would offer an option, because I would much prefer silver than a gilded edge, because I just, you know, silver is more my thing than gold. But it's not a deal breaker, obviously, or I wouldn't have bought the deck. Get rid of that. Oh, I really like the feel of these cards. They are, you know, again, have that papery matte feel that I like, but they're also not very thick, which is nice, because you know, I have decks that I absolutely love, like the Wild Unknown, and more recently my Tattoo Tarot are nice and matte feeling, but they are quite thick, and I can't really, you know, it's a little bit harder to shuffle them. In fact, I think I have my Wild Unknown nearby. I do. So let's take a look and we can compare the thickness of these two decks. So here's the Wild Unknown, and here's this one. So you can see it's quite a bit thinner, which again, for me, I prefer it to be a little bit more thin and shuffleable. Oh, let's just take another quick look at the box, because I'm just noticing that it has wands, cups, swords, and pentacles along the side. I love that. That's really cool. Okay, so here we are with the deck. Oh, I'm very excited. Let me put this over here. And I will go through this fairly quickly. Okay, so we have the Fool, little fox. Oh, that's a great magician card. Wow, I love that. High Priestess. Again, these are super matte. I don't know if you can see. They're just very, very matte. And I really like that a lot. That's just such a great High Priestess. High Priestess is always an important card for me in a deck. It can be a deal breaker, and she is just fantastic. Oh my goodness, the Empress. Just be prepared for a lot of oohing and aahing, because I can tell already this is just going to be amazing. The Emperor, which is reminding me a little bit of the Wild Unknown. I think it may have a similar card, like an evergreen. I'm not sure off the top of my head. The Hierophant, oh, that's an interesting interpretation. Very cool. With the keys, again, Wild Unknown has keys in that deck as well, and I really like that idea of sort of unlocking knowledge. The Lovers, so sweet. Look at that. The Chariot, interesting. Doesn't have the concept of holding things together. One of the things I like about the traditional deck is that it's two horses and they're kind of seem to be running wild, like the Chariot's out of control. But I like that this card has movement to it. So you still have that component as well. But yeah, I can definitely live with that. Oh, this is so cool. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm going to use this deck a lot. That is really cool. Ooh, the Hermit and Octopus. That's an interesting choice. Very cool. Wheel of Fortune. Great. Interesting Justice card. I like that. The colors are really beautiful. They are bright without being garish, and just, I don't know, something about them. They're very moody. This is a moody deck. The Hanged Man. Wow, that's amazing. Death. Oh, I love that. That sort of idea of shedding skin. Temperance. The Devil. Very cool. I guess so far that's the only person I've seen. So this may be the only person in the deck. The Tower. Pretty. Oh, the Moon. That's just great. So amazing. Star. Always two of my favorite cards. The Moon. Oh, sorry, the Sun, rather. The Moon and the Sun and the Star. I don't see that one yet. These may be slightly out of order. Oh, sorry. The Star. Yeah, these three cards are always some of my favorites in a deck, and these are no exception. Amazing. Judgment. Interesting. Looks like a sparrow for the Judgment card. The World. Ooh, that's great. Interesting take on that. Have to think about that one a little more. Okay, so now we're on to the Pentacles, it looks like. And I'm not noticing any particular color like I did with the Tattoo Tarot. It's very earthy Ace of Pentacles, like that. And again, here more elements of earth with flowers and the snake. Bees. Oh, I love that for the Three of Pentacles. That's the idea of cooperation and building things collaboratively. Four of Pentacles. Cute. Wow, I love that. We've got 6, 7, 8 of Pentacles, 9, 10, Page, Knight, Queen, and King. I like the bear as, I like this choice of the bear for the King of Pentacles. Okay, now we're moving on to the Swords. It's a nice moody card again, very dark and moody. The Ace with the, looks like crow feathers flying down around it. Kind of a traditional take on that. Oh, wow. That's powerful. Like that. It's a little hard to tell, but it's like a bird with its beak tucked into its feathers. It's a little hard to see, but it's cool. 5 of Swords, 6. I like this interpretation with the clearing skies. That's very cool. And the birds in flight. I guess, let me think, it looks like there are a lot of feathers in the Swords cards, which I really like because, again, they are connected to air. Ooh, look at the bat. That's great. I love that interpretation. That's so cool. 9 of Swords with the vulture. 10. This is also a sort of a similar imagery to the Wild Unknown. It's no wonder I was drawn to this deck. Queen. Very cool. Okay, now we're moving into the Wands, and we're back to sort of, this does have sort of an earthy feel as opposed to a fiery feel, at least to start. We'll see as we go on. Ace of Wands. 2. So far I'm getting more of a spirit vibe than a fire vibe, which is cool and fine, because I know some people do connect the two. I tend to think of the spiritual realm more as the cups, but I can also, in terms of spirit, in terms of passion, and things that sort of light your fire is what I usually correspond the wands to. That's great. Oh, that's so beautiful. I love that. 6 of Wands, 7, 8, movement, and we got a little road runner. That's apropos. 9. I like that. Great. The Page, a salamander. Now we have some associations with fire with the salamander. And the Knight. The Queen. The King. Very cool. Last but not least, the Ace of Cups. It's such a beautiful card. Again, I don't know, it's just, I love the tone that these cards set. It's very subdued and quiet. 3 seals. Oh, look at that. The Hermit Crab for the 4 of Cups. That's great. Wow, that's really cool. Kind of deep sea. Very cool. Nine of Cups, 10 of Cups. These are very similar. So sort of definitely more water theme in this suit. Like the otter there is the Page of Cups. I think my Wild Wood deck, not Wild Unknown, but Wild Wood deck also has like an otter for the Page of Cups, I think. Queen. And King. Well, there we are. Well, I am very happy with this deck. And it looked like, yes, the Devil was the only person in the deck, which I think is pretty poignant. I think that's really cool. So I hope you enjoyed this deck walkthrough, and if you want to see more, let me know in the comments below. Oh, and before we go, let me just give it a, see about the shuffling. It shuffles well that way. That's how I typically shuffle these days, because my decks are so big and my hands are so small. I do a lot of that kind of shuffling, but it is always nice to be able to do a riffle shuffle sometimes, and this one does riffle shuffle quite nicely, and again feels good in my hands. Let me just do doing the long goodbye here, aren't I? But I wanted to just show you in terms of size. It's my Crow deck, and then this is another sort of standard size deck, my Wild Unknown. And with the Wild Unknown, it's just a little bit shorter. And as I said before, definitely thinner cardstock, but not cheap feeling at all. I feel like it's a good thickness. And then obviously the Crow Tarot deck, which I've mentioned before, is quite a large deck. And because I love it so much, I forgive it that. But yeah, it's quite a bit bigger. So thank you for making a guest appearance, you two. And thanks to you again for watching. I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.